You know that feeling? You're in a long-term relationship, everything seems great. There's love, there's respect. But the second someone brings up marriage, you just freeze. It's a really confusing place to be, but it's also incredibly common. So today, we're going to try to figure out why that happens. And that's the exact question we're diving into. It's one that so many people wrestle with. If the love is there, why isn't marriage the next logical step? What's that invisible wall that just stops you from making the final call? And this is what we're calling the marriage paradox. It's that feeling of being totally stuck, just trapped in indecision, even when, by all accounts, you're in a really strong, loving, and supportive relationship. And maybe this sounds familiar to you. You've been together for, say, 3, maybe 4 years. You've got this foundation of mutual respect. Sure, you have your disagreements, but you're a team. And yet, anytime you talk about the future, about marriage, it just hits a wall. It creates this kind of paralysis where one or both of you just can't seem to make that final leap. So what is really going on here? Well, the first place we gotta look is inward. It's time to really understand the internal conflict that's so often fueling this hesitation. At the very heart of this internal battle is a really powerful, nagging feeling: insecurity. It's that little voice in your head that keeps asking, is this a love that's gonna last a lifetime? Or is it just a super strong attraction that's gonna fade eventually? And that fundamental uncertainty, man, it can just eat away at you, making a lifelong commitment feel like an absolutely impossible gamble. And when you break it down like this, it really gets to the heart of the matter, doesn't it? On one side, you've got love, something that's meant to be lifelong, built on a solid foundation. But on the other, you have attraction, which, yeah, it can be really powerful, but it might not be continuous. It could fade. And it's that fear of mistaking a temporary attraction for a lifelong love that causes so much of this anxiety and paralysis. But of course, it's rarely just an internal battle. There are usually some very real, very practical external factors at play. These roadblocks that just add to all the pressure. And yep, these are often the big ones: family objections because of different backgrounds, maybe financial problems that make the future feel really uncertain, or just other general family disagreements. These aren't small things. They're significant, real-world challenges. So you've got these internal doubts and all these external pressures just swirling around. It's so easy to get lost in all that noise. And this is where a crucial shift in focus is needed, away from analyzing the problems over and over again, and toward appreciating the person who's standing right in front of you. Just think about your partner for a second. After all these years together, you know all the little things, right? Their favorite food, their weird habits, what makes them laugh. But what you really know, the most valuable piece of information you have, is their character. You know who they are at their core. And that brings up a really powerful question. When we look around and see so much misunderstanding and so many relationships that are struggling, does it really make sense to let go of someone who might genuinely be a perfect life partner, all because of some temporary confusion or fear? Okay, so recognizing the value of your partner is absolutely key. But what do you do about those very real external roadblocks? Well, instead of just pointing out the problem, we've also got a concrete path forward. The point here is to actually do something. First up, the family stuff. You gotta communicate. Times are changing, so it is worth trying to explain your side of things and see if you can persuade them. Second, if money is the problem, don't just let it be a dead end. Ask for more time, ask for patience while you work to get more secure. And finally, and this is maybe the most important step of all, hold on to a good person. Starting a relationship is the easy part. The real challenge and the real reward is committing and actually building a life together. And that brings us to our final thought, which really just boils the whole dilemma down to this. It's asking you to put 2 things on a scale. On one side, you have the fear of all the potential problems. And on the other, you have the love for this person. Ultimately, the question you have to answer for yourself is, which one is bigger?